Hello, you can call me Castle. I am the Dungeon Master, and I welcome you back to the Beastlands. Thank you for watching my legacy unfold. I realize that the audio quality in the first several episodes was kind of rough, and we thank you for putting up with us. We are constantly striving to improve your viewing experience. The new sessions will be split into less than half-hour episodes, posted Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard or 7 p.m. Eastern. Also, be sure to check out the Dirk and Dirtle podcast, which is uploaded at their whim once a week. If you enjoy our show and want to help support us, please drop a like, but more importantly, share us with the world. Check out our Call of the Beastlands social media pages, links in the description.
Last time in the Beastlands, our heroes had emerged from the tent scene to find a aged world around them. 6 months had passed and winter had begun. The crisp air and the crunch beneath your boots, or paws, and they formulated a series of plans for their next move. There is a fortress waiting for the taking in the mountains. And in their preparation for that journey, they picked up a quest in the same direction from the local guild to retrieve some dragon eggs. Warned that this is a very delicate and dangerous mission, the crew took it on after signing an extensive contract. See, you guys hit the road, and a few days out from the town, a group of giant hyenas started hounding your ride, nipping at your horse's flanks and chasing behind the cart. Through a little bit of combat and some magic, they were shaken off. However, later in the day, they were ambushed by the gnolls. During second watch, in fact. The hunting party wasn't incredibly strong, and were fought off. However, our party is left here in the dark with a sense of danger around them. And I'd say that pretty much catches us up.
Did we loot the gnolls?
The gnolls.
I believe we were gonna harvest it when we came back, because it was getting pretty late when we ended the session originally.
Indeed. Allow me to just pull up a document here. Be warned that gnolls are not known for carrying large amounts of treasure.
Shooting arrows they were.
Giants. Yes, indeed. Black-fletched and crude arrows. Indeed. So, could I get a appraisal check? Let's see, 57. See, these things are considered... Yeah, medicine. Medicine check.
Who has the highest medicine?
I'm pretty sure that would be me. I have a 6.
I have a 6.
I do not.
So the two of you could try to see if there's anything worthwhile in the anatomy of these things.
And apply guidance to your rules.
Dirty 20.
So is that with advantage?
One of you could roll with advantage, or you could roll separately.
Well, I'll just take Todio's.
All right. Then you recognize that they are, in fact, fairly mangy and worthless mutts intrinsically. However, you could likely get a bounty for the teeth. A small bounty for the teeth. A lot of places will give out 1 silver piece for an old tooth. Or a small pouch of gnoll teeth. In the bestiary book that you guys bought, there was a passage on gnolls about, or written by Hammond. It It says, I do not recommend harvesting gnolls, purely due to the horrid stench their guts produce when sliced open. A lifetime of eating offal and rotting carcasses will do that to you, though, I suppose.
You know how ethereal people speak and they have this strange echo behind their voice?
Is
That's
that me?
exactly what happened, and it was pretty cool. So there's nothing wrong with it. I was
It's
like,
like he
oh,
was reading the book and he was speaking himself.
You're probably hearing Jacob's microphone. Is your mic monitoring still super down?
My mic wasn't even on.
Oh, weird.
oh no, it's fine. It just sounded cool. I was like, oh, okay.
Right on. Like the voice of God.
Well, it sounded more like Protoss from StarCraft
Or a baseball announcer.
or a baseball announcer.
Hmm. Very well. So, other than that, they have some somewhat rusted and nicked short swords that seem to be made of metal, likely produced here in the Bear Kingdom. And like mangy bits of hide armor. And very few personal belongings.
What about arrows?
The archer did have another 10 arrows.
Well, I have 41. Can't carry too many. Bad for stealth. Dirk and
Yeah.
Turtle, you pick them up.
Each quiver can hold 20, unless otherwise stated.
Can I strap 2 of the quivers to my legs? That way I've got quivering calves.
Oh my god.
You
Quivering
send me
calves.
the rattle bucket. A log wagon. You'll give us way. You make too much noise.
Dirtle, you want to split the arrows?
Oh yeah, I guess I'd take an arrow, break it in half, and hand Dirk one, and take the other. This will be useless.
Well, one side is
Hold it,
more pointy.
Yeah, we can split the arrows.
Yeah, just keep in mind that each individual character can hold 2 quivers. As per my rolling anyway. So your maximum arrow capacity per person should be 40.
Yes.
41.
One in the chamber, right?
Right. There's
Other
a
than-
reason my tail is perfectly straight.
Other than that, some of you took some minor injuries from the attack, and you know that a pack like this is likely only a fragment or a squad from a larger force. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm leaving out any pertinent information on this, but I would like to know what the party thinks and would like to do to
How far away are we from the castle?
the castle.
The keep we're going to? Cody Ace.
You're currently only 4 days away from where you left, so you still got quite a ways ahead of you.
Well, I mean, Knowles would be my favorite enemy, but could I probably, like, maybe do a check of some sort to maybe get an understanding of, like, maybe what Knowles would do if their scout force didn't come back in an appropriate amount of time?
Yeah, indeed.
Okay.
You do like insight. They're technically humanoids, so. But go ahead and give that to me with advantage.
Insight check?
Monstrous humanoids, but I consider them humanoids.
16.
16. All right. You think that they're predatory and they don't actually care too much for the individual. They worship strength, and as such, these individual gnolls were likely just considered fodder. And them being missing, they would probably send out more packs of scouts to try and narrow down any potential prey or threat and mobilize their force accordingly.
So you're saying there might be more people coming?
Do we have a time frame? Or would I know a possible time frame?
It depends on how far away their base is from you, but you figure between an hour and a few hours, you might
How many
expect.
bodies are there?
There are 5 of them.
Well-
Can we put all these in a pile? I really had to take a post. And
No. No. Leave them. Leave them where they are. I
fine.
have to rest. Too much health gone. Don't want to waste a potion on this. But why don't we set up ambush? So next party that comes out, we take them by surprise, like first party took us by surprise.
No. These
I'm
are
not
wild
sure.
beasts. We are exquisite, smart, intelligent beings.
Don't lie.
I'm not lying.
You're delusional.
I'm not. I have my head on my shoulders. Notice my perception roll. I'm very on target.
I don't think we should stay.
I
Only
think
because-
we just continue forward.
If we
That would
stay
be the
here-
best.
They'll probably have greater numbers too.
I
No.
agree.
Hide in the bushes. I need health. I need rest.
And rest in the back of the cart.
Yeah, let's get going.
Okay.
Try to cover our tracks best we can and go.
Okay, so before we go, I really gotta pee, and I turn around and I pee on one of the dead gnolls.
Wow.
Fair.
Disrespectful.
So the party breaks up camp. It's roughly 1 o'clock in the morning, judging by the moon. And you wake up the horses and get a move on within roughly 30 minutes time.
I'll be sleeping in the back of the cart.
Okay, everyone that isn't trying to sleep in the back of the cart, please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Well, I thought it would. Oh.
Oh no.
Ooh, that is unfortunate.
Why do I have it on that? Hold on.
Constant disadvantage.
Would the 14 count, or do I just need to roll a normal one?
The 14 counts.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just take the first one if it was an accidental roll.
Oh, fine. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed Constitution, not Constitution save.
Are you proficient?
Oh, I guess not. No.
Well, same roll then.
All right.
However, what?
Oh, I was saying I'll take mine because mine was a 12. That's better than.
Oh. Yeah, for sure. Todier, about an hour in, you really start feeling the effects of exhaustion push you, as you're not a nocturnal creature, and the suddenness of which you were awakened is just taking a toll on your body. Take a point of exhaustion. A single point of exhaustion, by the way, will give you disadvantage on ability checks. How fast is this cart moving right now? Slow, medium, or fast?
Medium.
Medium? Okay. Perception checks from those awake. Disadvantage for Todier.
Ew.
Oh wow, 19.
Apparently Lesk is falling asleep there, buddy. You alright?
I'm paying attention to the road.
Narrowly missing a low-hanging branch. Well, a couple of miles behind you, you see a patch of light. This is Dirk. You see a patch of light as if some torches were moving through the forest. You happen to be on a high rise, and you can see it through the dense trees.
Was it near us, heading towards us, or just in the back?
It's not. I mean, it's difficult to say where they're going, but they're not really near you.
Dick, what's wrong?
I see some lights. Don't know if
Okay.
it's friendly or foe.
I was gonna say your homing computer has been turned off. Is everything alright?
Everything's fine. I'm using the force.
We'll take a post over there.
I'm going to start assigning psychic damage to you too.
By taking
This-
1d4 damage.
I've been trying to
Why
do
are you-
that for 32 years.
Why are you floating?
Okay, so an extra hour goes by. You guys want to press on?
Give it a couple more hours.
I want to go rest with the signies.
I'm still going. Theoretically, I never got my third shift. Or my
I'm the
third
only
watch.
one that can fit in my hammock.
I can press on.
Give me just a second.
No.
So, a couple more hours into your night. It's now 4 o'clock in the morning, and the sun is just barely starting to light the sky. Actually, not even yet. It's the dead of winter. Lesk, give me an animal handling check. 11. All right, so the horses, now suffering from their own set of exhaustion, at one point rebel and buck, and two of them break free from the harness and seem to have busted a piece of it, and they break off, halting
Can I
your
cast-
progress.
Can I cast Talk with Animals?
Sure.
Okay, so I cast that, and I say, nay, 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 nay. Translation: Hey guys, what's going on? You okay?
Well, your response is nay, 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 which roughly translates to "fuck you guys, we're out of here." Hold on just a second, guys.
So do I see them going away?
Just
Oh, okay. Hey Dick,
What?
I think these horses are about to run away. They're gonna try to make a run for it. We might need some food.
Wait, need food or what?
They're gonna run away. We might need some food. How about we do a little target practice
We're gonna shoot the horses.
that are running away?
yes, they are indeed running away from you.
If you only
Okay, I
injure
shoot one.
them, we can heal
shoot one?
them.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, how can they be running away if they were tied to the wagon?
They broke free.
Give me an attack roll.
What's going on?
14.
You hit for 14 points of damage, killing one
that
dead.
guy's dead.
You just kill one of our horses?
Are they?
He
tied
was running
together?
away.
Yes. The first one collapses, and the second one tips over and lands on his back, tripping over his friend. He's going to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw real quick.
Oh my goodness.
So is the horse dead?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one that got
We
shot
found out.
is dead.
You
We
can
found out
put-
last
Wow.
campaign
use
they only
spare
had
the dying.
13 HP.
I have spare the dying. Can I stop this from dying?
He seems to have hit it in a very vital location. However, the second one, tripping over his friend that he's tied to, breaks a leg and is now screaming. And you can understand what it said. It's it is screaming. The one of you that has that spell on. Would you like me to repeat it? It might be a little vulgar.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
You can use your imagination. Oh, you crazy son of a fucking bitch! No, yeah, it's just going on like that.
So, which horse did he kill?
The
The one that was... Both of them are running away.
Roll a
but we had
d6,
our
I
own
guess.
individual horse. If you killed my horse, I'm going to wake up and kill you. We're going to fight.
But see, we can either eat the horse or harvest its organs.
How about we keep the horse so we can pull the freaking wagon?
Dude,
Well, we can't
they're
keep
running
it out.
away. They're not going to stay.
You're an idiot.
Okay.
We have potions.
Just
I
so
will-
we're clear, it was a side source.
Okay, I'm attacking dirt.
I don't think you understand. Even if I didn't shoot it, you'd still lose your horse.
And the one that has a broken leg is Turtle's horse.
Oh.
I'm attacking Dirtle.
You start attacking Dirtle, I
You're
guess.
asleep.
Tensions are
How would
high.
you know this?
Everyone's in the middle of the night. Everyone, please give me another round of Constitution saving throws.
Wow, I'm just killing it with these
Am I
rolls.
rolling
Wow.
normal since I was resting, or am I rolling still with disadvantage?
Well, you still are exhausted, but this is a saving throw, so it's not with disadvantage this time. Right, so this time, I need one from Ascites. Oh, you got it. Okay, Ascites, you're fine. However, Lesk, Not Dirk, and Todier take a point of exhaustion. Let's see.
As soon as Ascites and not Dirk start fighting, I activate my floating shield and try and put it in between the two of you. Just
I'm not
go,
even
"Enough!"
fighting. I'm just saying, dude, your horse was running away. Either the gnolls are going to eat it or your horse goes away.
Either way, there's a dead horse and we have one horse with a broken leg. We need to help them now. Or
And he's still screaming obscenities.
You might
we need to
want
help
to
the
help
rest of
him.
our
He's,
horses now, or Journey
I
will
want to
stop
shoot
here.
I want to shoot Dirtle's horse first, and then I'm going to
That's
shoot.
fine because he was
All
going
right.
to run away. I would not have a horse.
So
We can kill you.
we can see exactly where the morality on this possum lies, but no, that's not a problem. You shoot the second horse and it stops screaming. And you guys are sitting there and you're arguing and fighting, and some of you are trying to stop the fighting and figure out a game plan, and this goes on for a few minutes.
So how many horses do we have now?
You have
Four?
4 out of the 6 that were pulling the cart. The other ones can theoretically pull it, however, they already look very tired and soaked with their own sweat, and now there's even less of them to do the job.
Yeah.
And
we're gonna have to take
it's
a break.
very late at night. And you seem to be in somewhat hostile territory, although you've put yourself a good distance between you and the site of the ambush. But while you guys are figuring all this out, there is a light coming out of the forest.
And we're making a lot of noise thanks to the horses.
What's that?
We're making a lot of noise thanks to the horses.
Yeah, well, you push horses past their, allotted endurance, and things can happen. Especially since no one has mastered an animal handling, so,
Guys,
Anyway.
how did you feel about leaving the cart and horses here and sending somebody to go look at the light, or going to see what's behind the light?
Yeah.
Or...
To be clear, the light seems to be about 70 feet and approaching you.
Oh, so we could just wait a minute.
Is there
I've
a
got
pebble
it
or
on.
is there a pebble or something nearby?
Of course. It's the
And
woods.
I'll cast light on that pebble and toss it, just kind of down the path, see how it reacts to it.
It seems to halt for just a moment and then continue on its way towards you. Slowly, you can start making out little details of a kind of hunched and elderly-looking figure with maybe a limp or a pronounced gait. And as the figure gets closer, you can see that
half of his jaw is dislocated
Oh,
and
my.
slouched over to his side. And while he has both of his eyes, his eyelids have long since been decayed or missing in one way or another. But his hair is slicked back, and he's wearing something of a good outfit, professional even. And he's got a lantern in his hand. And he says, "Greetings, travelers."
Hi, I'm Dirt. And that's Dirtle.
Hi, I'm Dirtle.
Hello, are you lost?
Yes.
Yes.
Are we?
Looks like you're having problems with your animals. Why don't you stop by the inn? We'll get you fixed right up.
What?
Where's the inn?
Right this way. And he points into the forest.
I put my hand over to Dirtle as to whisper.
Watch this guy. And watch behind us. Some doesn't smell right about this.
I feel the same. Hey, Lesk,
Yes.
get what you can from those horses if anything's of value.
We're taking them with us to the inn, of course.
The dead ones?
Well, not the dead ones.
Touch my horse, boy, and I will kill you in your sleep.
I don't think
The
you
bridle and the
understand.
harness of the dead ones are a little bit damaged, although they can be fixed up and applied to new horses if you were to get some.
I don't know if we really have time to harvest the horse meat at this very moment. I also don't think that we're hurting on rations, and I can just simply create food and water.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessary.
Touch my horse and you die.
I should have just let it run away.
Well, the general rule of the Beastlands is that no meat goes to waste. So, even if you do leave it, there will be something that eats it. So,
But when we start walking down the path, I walk next to Dirtle. No setting things on fire. And I also walk next to Cites. No setting Dirtle on fire.
They want to.
I appreciate that. So, wait, are you going with the guy?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, yeah.
Following.
To be clear, he is clearly undead.
I was gonna say, can I give him a perception check first and see
Oh.
what's up with this guy?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, we are kind
of.
I must have missed that part.
Yeah, pay attention to my descriptions. He is
Yeah,
missing his eyelids and
dislocated
his
jaw.
jaws partially hanging in there, and his teeth are permanently showing. He says, "I extend my invitation to the lonely soul. I am the groundskeeper, Jeeves."
And who is your master?
Hebe's.
Angelica currently runs the inn.
Angelica. Sounds like an angel.
Is she like you?
I suppose this.
Oh, no, nothing like me.
This may be rude of me to ask, but how did you come upon your current appearance?
Oh, I mean, you have to go through a few things. I'm told you have to die first. But, shit happens.
Where did you happen to die, good sir?
Can't say I really remember much. But I know that when I was brought back, I was given a job to maintain the area around the inn, and it doesn't leave me bored.
Interesting. Well, why not? We need somewhere to stay, but I'll stay in the back.
Stay in the front.
I don't trust this at all, so I'm gonna stay near that guy, ready to cut his head off with my scythe arms.
I'll stay behind Dirtle.
So he gives you a little rundown.
I'm in the
He
back.
says, The Lonely Soul Tavern was created many years ago by an ancient drow necromancer named Baldahere. She was a little different than most necromancers, in that she cared for her minions and creations. It is said that she felt sad when they were left alone, lost in the chaos that must be filling their undead minds. So, she created the Lonely Soul Tavern. While inside, many undead fraternize with one another, share stories, or even hire adventurers. Most undead have seen a lot of things, you know. Many hold secrets of lost fortunes, hidden altars, or other fantastic things.
And how many people there are not undead?
Oh, not incredibly many. Not these days. But you'll be welcome as long as you don't cause any trouble.
Deal.
My first time hearing of a peaceful undead encampment.
Not surprising.
I'm curious to see what this looks like.
Probably looks undead.
Lead the way.
Yeah, so the Lonely Soul Tavern, once you pass the tree line, appears. There's an old cemetery with a 6-foot-tall wrought iron fence. There's an unlocked archway gate with a rusty and corroded sign that reads Lonely Soul Cemetery hanging above it. After opening the gate, the landscape changes. No longer do you see an old, unkempt cemetery. Instead, a large building stands only 15 feet away from you. An alleyway lined with black roses and tangled vines separates it from a narrower structure to the right. A sign dangles above the alley's entrance, reading, "This way to the Lonely Soul Tavern."
Wow. Hey, groundskeeper guy.
Jeeves.
Jeeves. How'd you die?
Can't say I remember. Didn't you already ask me that?
I did.
Well, Turtle did.
And you thought my answer would change.
Because
Nope.
I didn't ask.
Anyway, allow
I'll
me
give
to
the guy
take your
5
horses,
gold
good
pieces.
masters.
Can I give him 5 gold pieces?
Absolutely. Just thank you for your patronage. And
Thank
he
you. Heaps.
goes to lead your team of horses pulling an overburdened cart towards the side building.
I guess
This-
we're going to the inn.
You know, I think I'm going to just go ahead and try to figure out how this guy died. Even though he doesn't remember. I'm pretty sure he knows.
I wish to judge this institution for myself. See if it really is just a collection of undead running an inn.
I'm smelling
That'd be
flowers.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll be back.
The area outside the building is covered with black rose bushes and tangled vines. However, there is a it's closed but well lit door in the alleyway between the buildings. Hello?
I go over to the last and oh yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I go over to Lesk and be like, don't you have detection of good or evil or something?
It would take some time for me to access that spell. I need to properly pray and set it up. But yes, I can use that.
Oh,
now.
I think we may want to... Because nothing about this is okay with me.
We haven't
Nobody's-
taken an actual long rest yet, right? We just simply
Negative.
arrived?
You've
Okay.
failed to achieve a long rest, and several of you are in an exhausted state.
Mhm.
However, the cold air outside and the fact that your horses are being stabled inside a warm-looking building, I'm not sure what you wanted to do as far as a long rest outside.
I think for now we have no choice but to enter the inn. We'll have to be on guard, and tomorrow we can properly investigate and see what their intentions are. If they attack us in our sleep, then that saves us all the trouble.
That or we take shifts guarding and patrolling our rooms.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go with.
Very smart. So with this intent, you, as a group, approach the front door. You phrased as a question.
I mean,
Yes.
do we want to inspect the grounds? Like, can I just look around and see what does it give off bad vibes is essentially what I'm going for. Does it look like a haunted house?
It's not very unkempt. It is ringed on all sides by like tangled vines and black rose bushes, giving it a somewhat darker appearance, but it doesn't, I don't know, radiate a sense of evil.
Okay.
However, you're free to draw your own conclusions here. I just want a course of action. As you dilly-dally outside, a wispy, transparent character wearing a translucent monocle and top hat drifts by you, completely ignoring your presence and drifting through the door.
Should we follow him?
I guess let's go.
The door opens to a large room filled with dim blue and green light. A chandelier containing skulls hangs in the center. Several round tables and chairs are placed in front of a glowing blue fireplace, and 4 longer tables with benches occupy the center. Patrons fill the tavern, though many appear to have recently risen from the grave. Several undead patrons chat with one another, telling stories of failed turnings and near-undeath escapes. The fireplace emits a blue light, and indeed a blue fire is burning inside it, creating a soothing heat, one that warms deep to the bones. And let's see. Let me take a peek at the map here. Let's see. You turn to the right, and there seems to be a bar in the far corner. And there are a few different individuals that are at the bar. Manning it is a somewhat skinless individual with 4 arms and a long flowing ponytail. Let's see. Let me do this right. A 4-armed flesh golem wearing a lovely fitted dress. Aside from her extra appendages and rotting flesh, which she covers heavily with jasmine-scented oil, she's an attractive woman in undead terms with... She's the tavern keep.
This place looks a little dead.
I've never seen a more lively place, if you ask me.
You'd find more cheer in the graveyard.
Decaying on me.
I go up to the bartender lady.
You sidle up next to a somewhat hairless and partially decayed fellow that is completely missing his bottom jaw. He pours back a large flagon of mead, and half of it sloshes straight into his lap and onto the floor. And he holds up a finger for another. Be right with you, Meadstein. What can I get you, newbie?
Can you direct me to the head operator of this facility?
That'd be me.
Oh. So,
Hi,
what is this
I'm
place?
Angelica. Oh, welcome to the Lonely Soul. What brings you in? You're not my usual clientele. She kind of gives you an eye and says, "You're not here to cause trouble, are you?"
No, we're just really tired. We're on our
Jeeves
way
told
to
us not to.
someplace. Yeah, Jeeves told us to come here, take a rest. But yeah, how'd you start all this?
Oh, well, you know, as my creator, uh, Baldahair. Baldaere. Yeah.
So he left you in charge?
Yeah, I'm cursed never to leave. But, you know, it's not a bad place. I enjoy my time. Listen, can I get you something?
Can
You
we
and
get some
your
rooms? Can we get some
rooms?
rooms? Yes.
Is this the Hotel California?
No. Hotel Cemetery.
Let's see. I got a few rooms open. I've got some regular ones. We got full-size straw beds, 5 silver pieces a day. Food is occasionally not palatable by the living, but 3 silver pieces for food.
Do you have 6 rooms? Actually, 5 rooms, not 6.
Please hold.
Don't move.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay, we'll take them.
Before we get the keys, or I guess as she's getting the keys, Dirk would be like,
So, Angelica,
Yes.
story of Jeeves. How'd he die?
I'm not familiar with this language. Do you perhaps speak common?
Yeah.
Okay. She's washing a mug with 2 of her arms, and the other 2 are propping up her bulk on the counter, and she leans forward and says, "Can I get you something?"
Tea.
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 All right. It'll take a little while.
Please.
I just stare at the guy literally that you said just kind of like chug the bottle, and I'm like, do you ever get drunk?
Oh, Meadstein?
Yes.
Yes.
He shakes his head. But you notice that his mug of mead is still full, even though it hasn't been refilled by Angelica. And he takes another large drink of it. His missing bottom jaw, you know, preventing most of the liquid from going in his throat. And it cascades down his chest and into his lap and then onto the floor. Your boots kind of get splashed up with it.
Oh, at least there's a part of me that will be part of this place forever.
Nearby, there is a dirty and tattered white dress wearing, a zombie wearing that dress. Her left eye dangles from its socket, and her blonde hair is a bird's nest. Literally adorned with a robin's nest and 3 pale blue eggs.
I want to eat the eggs.
You lick your lips. Also nearby at a one of the larger tables is a demonic-looking creature with horns and deep red skin, cloven hooves, and his horns are wicked and black. And unlike most of the other patrons, he's alive.
I look at him and yawn.
I'd like to go talk to that guy.
El Diablo!
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go sit in the corner.
You
Find the
claim a
table.
spot by the corner. Let's see here. He looks up at you approaching and with a deep voice says, "Greetings. What can I do for you?"
What is your business here? How did you get here? Out of the blue.
I like to come here to hang out. People here are generally more accepting than usual. They don't normally let me into towns, you know.
I see. A person of your stature and rapport, just from physical appearance, surely you've done many things throughout this land, have you not?
Not so much. I'm not from around here.
So
Dirk
where
is-
are you from?
I was gonna say Dirk just kind of walks up mid conversation.
Hi, I'm Dirk, and that's Turtle.
What? Okay.
Hi, I'm Bullgrat.
What?
Bullgrat the
Not from
Tiefling.
around here. Ooh, tiefling.
You look interesting.
I try so hard to think in the back of my mind what a tiefling is and if I've heard anything about them ever.
Yeah. You know, there is, it's not unheard of to find, celestial and infernal and demonic blood among even the Beastlands. Although it's a little bit more rare than, say, Toril.
So
However,
what
this guy
journey are
looks-
you on?
Journey?
Do you have a quest of any kind?
I was thinking about taking up one of the bounties. But right now, I'm just drinking.
Well, I like you. I pull out 20 gold pieces and I throw them on the table. I say, well, it was good talking to you. Should you find yourself somewhere lost in the Beastlands, make sure to scream at the top of your lungs, "Dick doodle, dick doodle, dick doodle," and we'll come to your aid.
Not sure if I'll do that, but thank you anyway. This will buy me a lot of extra time here before I need to move on.
Why's that?
Well, costs money for rooms and food and drinks, you know. Eventually it'll wear down.
Can't you get a job here in exchange for a living?
Yeah, of course. And I had a little bit saved up before I have to go and do that. He gestures over at a bounty board that is stationed by the chandelier with the skulls, you know. He says, if you want to check it out, you could ask the masses. And he points to the chandelier. They're kind of assholes, though.
Hold on. Would you?
Well, you
what-
process that. No, well, okay, go ahead.
Would you consider? I have to talk to my party first. Would you consider being a groundskeeper of sorts for a particular abandoned building?
I don't know, maybe. Does it pay well? What kind of amenities are you offering?
A place to stay as long as you keep up the grounds.
What kind of a place is it?
Oh, it's gonna be big when we get it.
Is it interesting? It's not going to be boring, is it?
No, there's actually a magical. There's all kind of servants there. There's a girl there, and she's looking for a man, or someone to love, and she sings songs and she dances. She reads books.
Sounds like a ghost story.
But no, right now it's inhabited with a lot of monsters, and I
Oh,
don't
I
know if we
see.
can stay there all the time. But more than likely we'll clear it out. And
Well, I am for hire. I could use a good income. Why don't you come back to me with an offer and details?
okay, let me talk
I'll
to
be
my
around.
party, and I'll come back.
Dirk just keeps staring at him, just like in awe.
What, the tiefling?
Yes.
Bullgrat
That's-
stares back and his eyes shift from black to red to purple.
Ooh, how you do that?
I turn my tail and put it into Dark's mouth.
I'm coming. Sorry. Have a good night.
Let's see. Other patrons include... Let's see. I guess no one else in the main area. Although there are some bouncers that look to be kind of brawny, undead-looking fellows. Shirtless and bootless. They got kind of like sharp claws and pale skin.
Dirk just looks at Dirtle while they're looking at the bouncers and be like,
Wow, that's the most bulkiest skeletons I've ever seen. And they've literally got zero body fat.
Dude, that's shred.
No, they're let's see, the zombie with the white dress leans over and says, "Those are vampire spawn, actually. That's Boom, that's Shaka, and that's Laka."
Boom shakalaka.
Oh, boom shakalaka. Oh.
Yeah. Don't break the rules, or you'll have to answer to them, and they'll put you on a wheel, or the wheel of punishment.
Do they have a sheepdog?
Wheel of punishment.
What was that, Ascites?
Do they have a sheepdog?
You do not see a sheepdog present.
There's no
However, there is a short little zombie that seems to be glowing. He is mostly skeleton, in fact. Although although he has no facial tissue or muscles with which to smile, he's constantly smiling, and he gives off a faint green glow.
Something tells me don't touch that guy.
You see him go under the table and tie together a zombie's shoelaces, and he gives a mock giggle without any voice and walks away.
Definitely avoid that guy.
Let's see. That's all out here. You can see that the room adjacent has different colored portals inside them, which may draw the eye. Every once in a while, one will open and someone will exit or enter. There's also, in this place, a kitchen, a privy, the sleeping areas, and there is a large room on the other side of the arena that houses a small arena. I mean, on the other side of the bar that houses a small arena. There's bleachers on either side of it.
There's so many arenas and arenas.
I know, arenas and arenas. No, let's see. That's about it for the features of the bar.
Are we still in the tavern?
Yeah.
How big is this place?
We've just been talking to a lot of people.
The main area that you guys walked into is 70 by roughly the same amount. But it opens up into a much larger area that sits deeper, and on the sides of it are bleachers and such as an arena. And if you go past that, you're directed to your sleeping areas, since Dirtle paid for 6 rooms. And they're modest. There isn't much in there besides, like, hay beds, you know? This is where you can achieve a night's rest if you so choose.
I just wait for Dirtle to go to sleep.
Who did you lose?
No, it was Dirtle.
How dare you?
What?
Why would you say that about my mother?
I mean, really, all I said was suspense, and then it was eerily silent, and I was like, what's going on?
We were just in shock of what you said about his mother.
Yeah, it was really uncalled for.
I'm sorry, I mean, it's just boom shakalaka is the only thing I can think of.
I think you need to grovel.
I think so, too.
I think that's the only appropriate move now.
Grovel. Kneel. Beg for mercy.
I don't hear you begging.
I must have missed something.
We're just giving him shit.
What are we doing?
I think Dirk is gonna basically wait till everybody falls asleep. He's gonna try to stay up for like 4 more hours probably, and kind of patrol, because he still is not okay with this place.
Okay.
I'm waiting for Dirtle to go to sleep.
I expect
I
like
lock
two
my door.
societies away from.
I am locking my door.
Go ahead, Possum Boy. It makes no difference for me.
Any input, Todier?
Do we want to set up a patrol for the rest of the night, or do we want to just let... Who was it? Who wanted to do the next 4 hours?
Oh, it was me.
Yeah. Do we want to cut that up into patrols, or just have him do it?
I was just gonna do 4 hours. Whether or not if you guys were gonna join in that was on your own accord. It's just Dirk is feeling very uneasy with undead creatures.
Okay, and I'll take a second watch if anybody wants
Yeah.
to do it.
So, warily, you guys prepare to take a rest and keep a watch over your compatriots in short order. The sleeping area of this place doesn't appear to be utilized very often. And there's only a couple other beings that are sleeping here. One including Bullgrat. And nothing really happens over the course of the night. The area is comfortable and lit with warm blue torches. Let's see, hold on a second.
Is there a window in Dirtle's room?
What's that?
Is there a window in Dirtle's room?
A window. Yes.
I want to climb in the window.
Okay. Stealthily?
Yes.
Okay, give
can.
me a stealth check. Why not?
I got the room with no window.
Did you?
Yes.
I mean, I'm looking at the map right now to clarify that there is one. And there is. Hold on just a second, though. Let me
I
go
will
back.
have to be right back. Sorry about this.
Oh, okay. So, Dirk, you were taking a watch, right?
Yes.
So there is one person that's wandering the halls. He is a little ghoul in servant's clothes. And he introduces himself as... Shit, I gotta go back to the page.
Very low
Yeah, that's
self
his name.
Very interesting name there.
Sigworth. Yeah, he's a ghoul. He, he just mainly moans while roaming the halls. He, every time he passes you, he shoves a bar of soap and a towel at you. And you can see him, like, carrying around, chamber pots and shit. And, on your patrol, you pass by a couple of open doors. There seems to be an elderly, human woman that is blind, sitting by a bird cage in one room. And there's also a undead elven-looking woman that is sitting at a table with some like games and stuff around her, just patiently waiting, it seems. And in a third room, there is a diverse group of undead that are seemingly gambling. Right now, they are playing cards, although one of them seems to be pushing them to play a game that he refers to as Pull the Limbs from the Zombie.
So avoid that group. Okay.
Other than that, there's not a ton of activity going on. The dead don't really seem to need to sleep too much, although there is a couple of living beings among the crowd.
Living?
Yeah, there's a blind elderly woman that I described, and the bullgrat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's living.
Okay. I basically go to the elven lady with some games.
Well, yeah, she is seemingly undead, but she introduces herself as Yvette Belladonna. And she says, "Did you want to play with me? I've been waiting oh so long for someone to play a game. It is so boring living forever, you know."
Sure, I'll play again.
What would you like to play? I have all sorts of games. Would you like to play chess, checkers, dice, cards,
Ooh.
Monopoly?
You got dominoes?
I do have dominoes.
Yes.
Bones, as we like to call them.
Okay, play some bones.
Cool. You engage in bones with this lady. Would you like to roll to see a for Victor?
Just give me a d20.
All right.
She beats your ass in bones.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm all out of sorts.
Oh, it's okay. You know, I've had a lot of practice at this game, although it's been ever so long since anyone has bothered to play with me. You know, I really appreciate you hanging out with me. It's really lonely, like I said. Could I offer you a parting gift?
Only if you can play one more game with me.
Oh, absolutely. What would you like to play?
I want to play Bones again.
All right. Give me another d20 as you spend another 15 to 20 minutes playing Bones.
Okay.
I'm gonna win this time.
She again takes it, but by a much less large margin. She says, well, that was a lot of fun.
Indeed.
It is such a pleasure to meet someone of your distinguished nature around these parts. Can I have the pleasure of knowing your name?
I am Dirk.
Dirk. Very well. Well, I have something that might interest you, Dirk. I don't think I need it anymore. Here, would you like this potion of growth?
What's it do?
Well, I noticed you're a little bit small on the small side, so this will make you grow. Temporarily.
Hey, fun things come in small packages.
Indeed.
But alright, I'll let you go for now, but good games.
Well, thank you, Dirk. I appreciate you.
Bye.
And I just proceed up to our rooms and kind of stay there most of the night. Patrolling.
And then, you know, the second shift goes on and Todier takes his patrol, and you see much of the same thing. They did, in fact, proceed on to pull the limb from the zombie, which consists of several ropes tied to different body parts of the zombie, and spectators betting on which part comes off first. The zombie doesn't seem to mind too much.
Stealth roll successful.
Oh, you were climbing through a window, right?
I was going into Dirtle's room.
Okay. 23, yeah, that's going to beat any passive.
I'm going to take his bow and break it.
Okay. So you go and you grab his bow, and you intend to try and break it in his room?
No.
Okay. So you take it outside to do it?
Yes.
Okay. How do you intend to break it?
Well,
Which one? I have 3.
I'm taking all 3 of them.
No, you're not.
You killed my horse. I'm taking your bows. I'm not going to allow you to shoot anything else.
Now, relax. So you grab an armload of bows, and you take them back onto the outside of the roof, and you're going to try and break them?
I'm going to break one of them.
Okay, how do you do that? And which one?
Which one?
There's a relatively normal-looking carved bow, longbow. There is a longbow with intricate carvings of hunting hounds on it, and there is a bow that exudes a certain cold to the touch and seems to be formed with ice.
Which one looks to be the least useful?
The unadorned, normal-looking one.
I'll break that one.
Okay, that one breaks.
The other 2, I'm going to tie them up to... is there a chimney on the top of this inn?
Yes, there is.
I'm going to tie them up and set them down inside the chimney.
Okay.
Then I'll go back to my room and go to sleep.
Dirk, when the change of watch happens, you come back to your room and immediately find your possessions rifled through. Sorry, Dirtle. Did I say Dirk?
Wait a minute, I didn't break into Dirk's room.
A mystery is afoot.
Dirtle, what do you do?
I've been in my room this whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you beat your wisdom. Wait, because you're not taking the second watch tonight. You're just gonna sleep through, right?
No,
Yeah.
I normally
Okay,
have
so
third
you wouldn't
watch.
even notice until. Are you taking third watch? Notice when you woke up.
I didn't plan on it. I mean, I don't know how it can get over my own perception, because I can literally get close to 30.
What? Yeah, but unless you're actively looking, it goes off of your passive. So your passive is going to be 10 plus your modifier. What is your perception skill modifier?
9.
So 19 is your passive perception. You got a 23 on the stealth.
Interesting. No, I have no desire for anything.
No, I
I
mean,
should have just let the horses go, and he still would have no horse.
oh, your bows are missing. Because of
Can I
eventual
search
growth.
for any clues?
Absolutely. Give me an investigation check. Or, yeah, you're pretty good at those. I think. Oh, look at that. Fresh paw prints. Feline. Tuft of hair. Smells of ascites.
I go to his room. I'm like, hey, why were you in my room?
I wasn't in your room.
You want to tell me another lie?
I'm not lying. I wasn't in your room. You know, I saw the funniest thing last night. A lot of undead people around here. I saw the ghost of an undead horse climb through your window and steal your bows.
Interesting. Your paw prints and hair are found in my room.
Ghost horses leave paw prints. It wasn't
Yours?
me. No, it wasn't me. It was my horse.
As this conversation goes on, the rest of you are clued into what is going on. As you wake up and hear them talking in the hallway.
Well, there's only one way to solve this.
Death battle.
Oh, I figured there was another way.
No, it must be a death battle.
We can facilitate a death battle, says the elderly-looking steward. Sigil.
Or because I am 100% sure that Ascites was in my room. Ascites, where's my bow?
Well, I hope you find it before they start cooking breakfast.
I'll have you know something from logic. I might be stupid, but you still would have no horse regardless if I killed it. I was simply trying to get extra money for the party. And I still would have lost mine even had I not shot either one. But have
Follow
a good
horses.
day.
Follow horses very easy. When they run away, they leave deep prints in the ground. Easy to track, 12 miles at most. Can't run further than that. Horses already tired. May not go far. They're upset,
true.
yes. Tired, yes. Reason to kill them? No. Could have let horses get tired, easily find, and bring them back and feed them, and I would still have something to ride.
The
You
Now,
see any
hunting
undead
tribes.
person?
now
The
we
demon.
have no horses.
We have 4 horses.
I have an idea. How about I put a saddle on you and ride you, Possum Boy?
You are not very bright. I go to the chimney and I try to look for my bow.
With your passive perception, you find it easily enough. There are 2 bows strung up inside the chimney.
Okay, I'll take them.
Which ends up being somewhat of a process as you have to climb to the roof, but with your skills, it is no problem. Just a bit of an annoyance.
Don't shoot my horse again.
From the roof, though, this fine morning, you can see that your horses have been prepped for travel, and your is parked out front, being tended to by the groundskeeper that you met before.
Oh, by the way, I have prepared Detect Evil and Good.
Okay.
However, personally, Lesk is kind of confused by what he's been seeing this entire time, and
Oh, yeah.
it's a very interesting sight.
Thank you.
I don't really. He's not. He doesn't really feel any hostile intention from anyone. This is simply just an inn. I don't feel
Yep.
like there's any need to investigate any further or stay here any longer than we need to.
There are things that you could do, like there's a bounty board and there's some interesting people about that you could talk to and gain information from, possibly even work for, but you don't sense that anyone means you ill will, per se.
Do we want to see if the inn has any, or if anybody here has
And
any
you, of course,
animals?
have your own quests.
Yes.
Although you're still 2 horses shy of a full team.
I doubt they would have horses that we could potentially buy, but I'll go around asking the.
Oh, yeah, we have some horses.
Oh,
Of course. You don't mind that they don't breathe, right?
What do they eat?
Are they undead horses?
Yes.
Undead horses don't eat.
would I be able to treat it like a live horse?
Can it move physical things?
Yes.
Do they have flames of fire?
No.
Hmm.
You pretty much just tell them simple commands like stop, go, turn left, things of that nature.
Do they also respond to the reins of a carriage?
Yes.
Ah.
Although their sense of feeling is gone, so slapping them with the reins won't do anything. But pulling them left and right will.
Suppose we could simply cover them with something when we go into towns.
Yeah, right.
Maybe
So that'll
claim
be-
that they're a summoned beast.
Yeah.
We have that one bow after all.
So I'll charge you 200 gold for it. The 2 of them.
Okay. I'll buy
Cool.
it.
Awesome. He leads out your dead horses.
Why don't we skin the possum and use the fur on them?
Your tactics societies are a little numbing to my goblin-trained mind.
You know,
Mm.
A
at
few
some
moments
point-
later, The groundskeeper comes walking around the barn, leading the corpses of the 2 horses that were shot and killed last night.
I take 5 arrows and shoot a Scythe's horse in front of his face.
That's it. When we get to the castle, I am burning your room down.
I'm sensing a rivalry of sorts.
At some point, we will have to have a battle to the death to solve this.
We will have
We do have an arena.
We're not going there.
Okay, so take care of the quest first. On the way back, battle to the death, and then we turn in the dragon eggs.
Right. So 5 arrows go thunking into the corpse of the already dead horse of Ascites, and it slumps to the ground, and the groundskeeper just looks at it, and he looks at you, and he says that'll be 100 more gold.
All right.
Why did we just shoot our newly acquired horses?
No, these are dead horse skins. I
Newly
didn't shoot the undead
reacquired.
horses. Say what now?
It's a newly reacquired undead horses.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so why
I
did we
just
shoot
need to
them?
make sure they were really dead.
Well, this one definitely is again.
Wouldn't want them to run away.
He's fixing to lose another bow, is what it is.
Yep.
So,
Your first mistake is thinking that speak with animals makes animals your friends. It just allows you
No.
to communicate with them.
I just wanted to communicate with them to figure out what's going on. That's why I shot them, because they were planning on running away.
Oh yeah, they panicked for sure.
Makes perfect sense.
I'm assuming
Why
that
don't
the tortured screams of the one horse doesn't haunt your dreams.
Why don't we shoot the possum for staying around?
So soon
Did you just-
after a
Wait a minute.
undead fellow and
Let me
black
clarify.
robe. Okay.
Can I clarify something?
Yeah.
Did we shoot one of the horses we just bought?
Yeah. Which happened to be the same horses that died last night. Yeah. So anyway, a fellow near comes out after being called by the groundskeeper. And he's an undead fellow in black robes, and he performs a ritual with a onyx gem, and the horse rises once again with more battle damage than before. Although he's gracious enough to remove the arrows. So there's that.
Want to see it again?
You better ask for those arrows back before he gets too far.
I take my bow out and I aim it right at Dirtle's head. Try it, possum boy.
Mr.
Sensing
Cat, we
some
found you on the side of the road.
You know, we do have a trained life cleric on staff. Perhaps we could contract him for some family therapy.
That would go well.
I'm
Considering
not-
Knowles couldn't possibly eat our horses, and we weren't already fatigued, and we probably wouldn't be able to find them because we'd be too tired.
Oh, speaking of, everyone lost 1 rank of exhaustion. So those of you that had 2 are down to 1.
Oh, I had none.
Yeah, I had 1.
I'm down to 0.
I believe
didn't
that
have-
leaves Cody.
Yeah, I have 1.
Oh, I never was exhausted.
Some of us decided to rest
That's why you didn't see your horse run away.
instead of shooting tired horses.
Hey, you got your horse back. Brand new. Smells
Flies
good.
are buzzing around its dead eyeballs. Look, I got your horse back. What are you complaining about?
I got it back twice.
You sure did, champ. So are we going to pack up and hit the road, or are we going to continue pointing arrows at each other?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the castle. Hey, there's a guy who might be a valuable asset to us for clearing out the keep. You remember that red demon-looking thing in the tavern last night?
Yeah, it was the tiefling.
Yeah, he says he's looking for work.
Well, why don't we clean out the castle first?
Well, he can help us do that, and then he can take care of the castle while we go about and do things.
What's his price?
I don't know, but I can take care of that.
You owe me a live horse.
Shit, that's right. I can't hear Toady.
Okay, well,
No,
Gus, what do you think?
Do what?
I said, Lesk, what do you think?
Think about you and Ascites' little feud. I
What?
think
No. No,
As
we're
I've
not
stated
doing.
many times before, death battle
we're not-
is the only
we are-
way to resolve this issue.
Oh, hey, don't worry about the feud in the game. I'm gonna take care of him in real life. I'm gonna drive over to Shady Valley tonight after we get there. Find him through his window.
Shit, someone's in trouble with their dad.
Oh my.
Yeah.
No, hiring the tiefling.
Yeah. So you want to do that?
I'm down for it.
I think
Why not?
I think it could be of value.
Very well. What is your offer?
We were kind of hoping to ask his rates.
Yeah, what do you think is a fair price?
Well, with the minimum wage and
That price?
salmons run 4 days, 4 or 5 days away, it's gonna be high.
Well, the minimum wage went up to 1.5 gold pieces an hour. So,
That's a lot.
I mean, 1.5 silver pieces. It's $15.
Okay, I'm just gonna say gold.
What-
That is. Ooh,
What is a buck?
We're paying him to ride with us?
It's the local name of the silver pieces.
Oh. How many gold pieces make a silver piece?
10. I mean,
Or
how
other
many
way
silver
around.
pieces?
Sorry.
Yeah, 10. So you can think of copper pieces as $1 bills. You can think of silvers as a $10 bill, and you think of gold as a $100 bill.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. If you'll ride with us to the castle and help us take care of the castle, we can renegotiate some terms after we clear out the castle.
I go ahead and throw down 50 platinum pieces in front of him and go,
Hopefully this is good for a start.
that is quite a lot.
Did you say 50 platinum?
yes.
Oh wait, that's $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not accepting it.
His eyes light up, and he says, "This place that you're going is truly worth your trouble."
Yes.
This is what we... what's the word? We like to make sure the job gets done. And, you look like,
You look
just the
pretty
right person to
reliable.
do it.
I've been known to get a job or two done. Very well. And he grabs up his great axe and shoulders a pack and says, "I'm good to go."
Can someone else handle the money?
I wish
In the
no,
air.
it's our money. It's our money. You can't tell us what to do with our money. You broke my bow. I whispered to Derek, where did Where'd you get those 50 platinum pieces?
I've had 100 already, but I wasn't using them really, and we
Oh.
all the help we can get.
Well, that's true, because you
Well,
never
he
know.
does appear to be a rather intimidating, strong individual, rippling muscles and all that.
That's exactly why.
He reminds me of that demonic multiverse clown guy.
I'll show you the multiverse. You know how many live horses you could have bought me with that?
Well, considering I'm the one buying it, not Dirk. That's his money.
Well, actually, since Dirtle kind of bought all the horses, they're all kind of Dirtle's horses.
That is technically true.
So technically, it was Dirtle's all along.
No. You buy something for someone else. It's called a gift.
I never said I gave it to you. You just chose to ride it
You
and
borrowed
you made
it.
We borrowed nothing.
You're loading.
If your car doesn't start in the morning, I didn't have anything to do with it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my.
So, before you go, though, I would like to offer one bit of input. As I mentioned, there was a room off of the central area, the bar area, where portals were opening and closing and people were coming and going.
Yeah.
Perhaps this may be of use to you if you were to throw enough money at it.
I take 5 gold pieces and randomly throw it at the wall.
It clinks against the stone.
It doesn't work.
I run up to the stone and I just slam myself into the wall.
Give me an attack roll.
Go through the wall.
Best thing he's done all day.
Oh, did it do it? No. Oh, come on. I hate this computer. 14.
Okay. You hit the wall, making a small tooth mark where your face implants it, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Guys, this wall's pretty thick to get through. I put 100 gold at the base of the wall.
Angelica, looks over the bar towards your antics and says, "What are you fellas doing?"
We're trying to open the portal.
Oh. Well, where are you trying to go?
Does anybody have the map?
Yeah, I got the map.
Can you
Here.
show Miss Angel where we're going?
Yeah.
Dirk points near the location of where the fortress is on the map.
Well, Beastlands has a fortress not too terribly far away from there, maybe a couple dozen miles. I could send you to him, but I'm afraid he's going to ask for a favor in return or something of that nature. He doesn't normally take visitors without exacting a price.
Are we talking like money, or are we talking somebody's gonna lose a hand for this?
Well, if I contact him first, I'm sure we could work out an arrangement. I believe he normally deals in information and magical goods.
Perfect. We've got the guy for that.
Very well.
Let me see if I can get in contact with him. And she disappears into a separate room for a while. And when she returns, she says, okay, Handug will see you now. And toggles some hidden mechanism that seems to be controlling the portals and opens up a violet swirling one. And Angelica says, good luck.
Well, last one in's a rotten egg. And I immediately run in.
And I trip ascites and I run in.
He nimbly jumps over your leg, I imagine. But
I uncanny dodge. You don't trip me.
Can I catch
No,
his foot
no,
after he
first.
dodges with my tail?
Yeah, sure. Give me an attack roll, I guess.
Ah, dang it.
Nimbly dodging out of your range. But the shenanigans are noted as the party jumps through the portal. Does anyone hold back? Or is everyone going through, leaving your horses and cart behind?
No.
Well, how far would it take us to get there if we were to continue with the horses and the cart?
You've got a couple weeks travel.
Ugh. Can we not take them in one by one, except for the cart?
The portals are rated for medium-sized creatures.
Are the horses
Large.
Yeah.
Do we know where the portals go?
This one, yes.
Where does it go?
I'm pretty sure Dirk's at the end of it by
Untitled
now.
Fortress.
it's like, where's everybody?
Why not you?
Lonely in here.
Can I ask Angelica how we get back?
Here?
Yeah, for
I
our
mean-
horses and cart, yeah.
Always the hard way.
Is there not another way to open? Is there not a way to open the portal on the other end?
He sometimes stops by, so I'm pretty sure he has a way to open it.
Okay.
Take care of the horses.
Oh, do we need to pay for that?
Well,
I don't want you
we'll
to
house
sell
them for a week. After that, I'm afraid we won't be able to take care of them, and we'll have to rehome them.
For how
Yeah.
long?
A week.
A week, currently.
Well, last time we went through a portal, we were gone for 6 months.
That was a multiverse portal. This
Oh,
is
gosh.
transporting us.
What if Dirk's gone for 6 months now?
Every second is 6 months.
We're having a party at my house, party at my
Been
house.
gone for years.
What took you guys so long?
What year is it?
We
you
jumped
guys
through
are
and
standing around wondering if this is a good
Dirk
year.
is an old man about to die.
Dirk,
An old raccoon. Yeah.
you come into a dark area. Let's see here. The smell of rotten meat lingers in this tunnel. The heat rises as the path descends down, natural steps that open to a wide cavern. The ground is covered in debris, and rats sniff in and out of the rubbish. Partly submerged lie folds of flabby gray skin. A head stirs, and half-dead eyes scan the darkness. Wide hands clench as the creature uses its balled fists to pull its corpse-like body upright. Struggling to control its black tongue, the figure sneers and croaks a command. Speak. Waiting for response, its eyes roll and its head hangs loosely from its neck.
Hi, I'm Dirk.
And I have one of my paws just stretched out like it's going for a handshake or something.
The tedium of your small talk bores me.
Oh,
Get to the point, rodent, or be destroyed.
the point. Came through a portal. Seems like we need to talk to you to get to a fortress.
About this time, the rest of you probably have decided to go through.
Yes.
Cool. The rest of you
After
see this gray-skinned, probably former ogre. Go ahead, Lesk, you were saying something?
just making sure that our horses would be maintained for maybe like 3 weeks at the least.
Yeah, sure. Let's say toss them a good 50 gold.
What about the tiefling?
He's with you.
Okay.
He says, Balgrat, new friends? And the tiefling shrugs. He says they pay well. So you wish to find something. What can you give me?
What you need?
Let's
What
give
you
him a
looking for?
call.
What?
What
No.
do you know?
Actually, I'll give you one better. Why do you need?
Why
Wow.
does anyone?
What you needing in these waters?
It's a cavern, possum boy.
Seek traces of magic power and lost artifacts. I am a master of information and know that I have minions in all of the clans of the mountain.
What's your name?
Undueg. For those of you that want to write this down, that is HANN space DUIG.
One more time. Sorry.
HANN DUIG. Han Dug.
Does Han Dug ever get angered?
You bore me, rodents.
Handug.
No, I was just gonna say Han Dug. So, what kind of magical artifact you talk about?
Have my eyes on a few. What do you know about artifacts?
Well, Ascites, tell him.
Okay. If possible, you'll be quiet for just a second. Hundug, we know of an artifact. Pretty magical. I'm pretty sure that maybe your minions and I have run into each other before. Pretty sure. But too many jobs we have. And sometimes recovering hard items, difficult items, magical items. I know the location of several artifacts, but have no need to go and get them, have no need to steal from former employers. But if something specific you need, have best resource of contacts and can trace just about anything you're looking for. But also know where several artifacts are, but not easy to get.
Quick question. Are you being deceptive right now?
No, I am not.
So tell me about these artifacts that you know the location of.
Well, long time ago, worked for Orchkov Syndicate. Then parted ways with them. Not like the way they do business. But know several deals, secret deals, cover-up deals, but always good side of corruption. But
It's to the point, rodent.
I'm not a rodent, I'm a cat.
You are all rodents to me.
So the syndicate thinks of others. But at least I know where they are. Specific thing you interested in. I tell you where to find, or I find it for you. Make a wish. We need your help. You need ours. We
I
help
need
each other.
from you. Give me one reason why I shouldn't turn you to bones. And he gestures across his cavern, which is quite literally filled with rotting corpses and bones. You give me one reason why I should brook your insolence now, or this conversation ends. Do not
Because-
banter words with me, rodent.
Cat. If you don't, Syndicate will know. That's all. We have 9 lives. We not afraid. You have no need of more bones. Help you it does not. Artifacts do. Now, do you want my help or not? We need to get somewhere. You
Give me a
want an
persuasion
artifact?
check.
Persuasion check. No. If I don't have a heart attack first. Mm.
16. Let's see here. Well, that's going to be a rough one. Cool. So he turns his black and soulless eyes directly onto you, Ascites, and give me a wisdom saving throw. You're filled with a sense of supernatural fear that emanates with a cold finality of doom. As he says to you, All of your little rodent friends mean nothing to me, including your boss, and he lists off your former boss's name, and your old friends, and he lists off your co-workers' names from when you were young, or your little brother. I am Hondurg, the Ogre Lich, and if you think that I need you for 1 second, you are wrong. As he gets up and he starts slowly limping his way towards your position.
I'd like to pull out the 20 strange coins we got from the carnival and present them to him and say, but you see, we've seen things many others have not.
Oh, what about the seed?
We have the seed, we have the leaf gem, we have the silver crown with the blue gem. We also have the, what is it? Where were they?
Now you're speaking his language.
Hydra scales.
I go up to him and
Sir, how would you like a nice little seed? Comes off a big oak willow tree from the up around the grove.
He passes his eyes over it in contempt, but he looks at the bag of coins and he says, this is a start. This might be useful.
Dirt disappointedly puts the seed back.
Like, oh, nobody likes the seed.
It's okay, Dick. I like the seed.
He takes a coin out of the bag and eyes it, both sides really close. You can see that he's mostly blind. His massive form is quite undead and crippled physically in a couple of ways, but he radiates an unmistakable aura of power and fear. Ascites, your supernatural fear is probably ended by now, as you get to repeat the saving throw every turn, but its memory still sits in your mind.
Handug.
He swivels his head towards you.
Would a dragon egg interest you?
You seek the great worm.
Yes.
Dragon egg would be very useful in many ways.
I'll bring it to you.
What is it that you seek in exchange for the egg?
Can you eat the possum?
He looks at Dirtle.
That is not why we are here.
He looks right back at you and he says, I could easily make that happen.
Well, don't eat him just yet. Let me get the egg first. We need to get to a castle.
That is the information you're bargaining for now. The coins are a good start.
You help us get the castle so we can get the eggs from the worm. I'll bring you one back.
At this point, Dirt kind of like pulls from his pack and goes up to him again. Goes,
I got this arrow of illumination. Is this cool?
Kind of sneers at it. I have no need for illumination.
disappointed, he goes back again behind Dirtle.
It's okay, Dick.
Offering Girdle's horse.
The horse is on here.
You can make it.
I sense many items of a magical nature among you. Make me an offering, and I will grant your wish.
I have this hammer called the Glowforge Hammer. When you strike an enemy with the hammer, it allows you to cast heat metal,
Mm-hmm.
or simply deals fire damage on contact.
I accept your offering. And he takes the hammer and he slides it God knows where. And he starts hobbling off towards the end of the cave, where he grabs up a pair of drums and he taps on it a few times. And a few of the bodies around the room animate into skeletons and zombies and start preparing an area to sit. And he brings out a crystal ball. And he starts moving his hands across it. What is the name of your destination?
I just pointed at the map.
Around here?
None of you remember what I called it?
I was gonna say, I know you said something about that like 5 minutes ago. I cannot remember what they said.
Yeah.
So it is the the Living Ironwood Fortress was what you were told it was.
Oh, the Living
not a very-
Ironwood Fortress.
Right. It's not a very creative name, but it's definitely descriptive.
Okay.
Living Ironwood Forest
Fortress.
Fortress.
And he spends moments engaged with the crystal ball. And he lets go of it eventually, and he says, "One of you come forth."
Dirk comes running up.
He puts his hand over your head, and it is a cold, chill, and terrible feeling to be touched by this creature. However, he influences some sort of spell that implants a number of images into your mind. It's a map of sorts. It'll show you the way to get from his castle to the fortress.
Whoa! That was like a map quest.
Kind of, except first person.
I'm
Series
gonna
of
put
images.
Skyrim.
Wait, you think there's a rim on the sky?
What? No, I was making a joke.
The rim in the sky. Maybe that's where the voice in the sky lives.
Skyrim.
It's where he
You-
sits to talk.
You know of the voice in the sky? Tell me what you know.
You know him too. Oh. So
Wait,
he
what?
thinks he rules everything, and I think if you were to meet him, I think he might be able to put you in your place. He's put every one of us in our place. But
You know
you're
too
very
much.
powerful.
He starts casting a spell at you.
You know, things with the rim usually are a bowl. Are you saying like the voice in the sky is in a giant bowl?
I'm kidding. He doesn't do any of that.
Oh, good.
He casts Disintegrate on you.
Good luck.
I was about to cry.
Deck safe.
Anyway, he says, now leave before I eat you.
Dirt'll stay behind. Keep on.
Dirt takes out his bow as the last attempt to try to impress this creature. And he goes,
What do you think about the bow? Is it cool?
Which bow do you have again?
it's my longbow +1.
Oh. He says better, but still weak.
Oh,
Such a basic enchantment is beneath my notice.
I'm gonna make it a personal quest just to find something super awesome for you to be like totally losing your mind on.
He taps his drums a few more times and some more corpses animate, and he says, show them to the door.
No.
And it leads you out. They lead you out, and it appears as though you're in the basement of a crumbling tower. And they boot you out. And outside, you can see there's a small crowd gathered of various races and monsters, and even a few that you suspect may be supernatural creatures like devils or demons. And they seem to be waiting in line.
Outside the tavern?
You're not in the tavern anymore.
Oh.
No,
You're
we're
outside a crumbling tower in the mountains. The temperature, as soon as you get outside, you realize has dropped at least 30 degrees. And you're at a much higher elevation.
all right. Dirk.
He has
that's
easily shortened your trip to less than 4 days
On foot.
on foot, as opposed to a couple of weeks on horseback.
Well, we're here. Okay.
Well, lead the way.
All right, let's go.
You start following the images, and you find a somewhat well-kept road. And there are several creatures and peoples that give you the evil eye as you travel, but none immediately pick a fight with you and seem to be minding their own business for the most part. Overhead, for a couple of miles, circles a trio of winged and beaked vulture-like creatures, but with forearms and legs, black feathers. But after a few miles, they leave you alone as well. And you find yourself... What?
Trees along the road. Are there trees along the road?
Trees are kind of sparse up here, actually. There are some, but it's mostly like mountain brush and shale rocky surfaces, and a good amount of snow everywhere.
So there's not a lot of foliage or, visibility. Really decent.
Visibility is really decent, yeah. There, like I said, there are a few barren trees scattered around, but it looks like this portion of the mountain may have had a fire throughout the summer, and much of it is gone. And most of the landscape is just white for most of what you can see. And there are plenty of like shale outcroppings that kind of restrict unhindered visual, but you can see quite a distance in some directions. You think possibly 100 miles almost.
And what's our elevation?
No. That's like your range of sight in certain directions. Your
Oh, no,
elevation, I'm not even sure, like, if I could quote a good elevation for a mountain. I don't know how tall mountains are. I don't know.
we're over 1,000 feet. That qualifies a mountain. But if we're above the snow line, we're at
Probably about 28 to 55,000 feet high.
I had intended this mountain range to be quite large. Sorry, what?
At 35,000 feet, we wouldn't be able to breathe.
No, I mean, well, yeah, I guess so. But this is the Beastlands. Anything's possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's big, but where you're at is it's thinner air, but it's doable, and you can acclimate to it. You'll have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws that involve exhaustion, except for the notable goat folk in the group. He is happy as a clam.
Wait a second. Doesn't Dirtle? Don't you have like mountain as your terrain?
Favorite terrain?
I do, I think. Hold on.
Yeah, I just thought.
Good. Do you know what that does? Can you confirm that for me?
Yeah, let me check.
Because I picked Forest and Underdark for my two.
That must mean that Dirtle picked mountains and fruit boxes.
Yes.
Yes.
No, for some reason I have the exact same thing.
Wow.
Seriously?
You have Underdark?
Okay.
I thought we chose different things. Apparently not.
Well, a little late to change that now.
Oh yeah, it's mountains. It's a little blurry, but it's mountains.
Okay, I was about to give you some bonuses to your travel, but I guess never mind.
Never mind there.
Yeah, good luck there, adventurers. You'll need it. Okay, so you guys start making your way, and at the end of the first day, you haven't been assaulted by anything seemingly too close to the terrifying Hamduig's territory to garner attention. But you can see that the next day of travel will bring you to a tiny-looking village in the distance in the direction that you need to go. And Dirk, you recognize the name of this village from your memories as High Shale.
I shall. Did I know a girl named Maisho?
No, as in high, as in tall, shale, as in rock.
Oh yeah, I mean, speaking in character, I was
Gotcha, of
just
course.
like, I'm like trying to picture where I've seen this before, and I'm like,
Did I meet a girl named that? I shall.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
And
like an old man.
The surface level of knowledge shows you that this is a quarry village, and that they shape blocks of stone for transport down the mountain.
Hey, Doodle.
Oh, what's up, dude?
Do we know what a high shell is? For some reason, it's just strangely familiar.
I
Do we know somebody named High Shell?
If it helps your roleplay, you clearly know that these memories are not your own. You can tell that it's an implant. It feels unnatural.
Yeah, I have no clue, dude. Are you sure that little guy didn't do something to your mind?
I don't know. Uh, maybe we should press on?
Indeed.
Run like the wind.
Maybe find a room or an inn for the night.
On a mountain?
I thought we came to a village.
No, you're actually a day's travel away from that village still.
Oh.
It became
Okay.
visible from where you are on the mountain as
Do you still have the
it is-
coloring book? Maybe you need to sit down and color for a while.
There's
you
snow
do have
everywhere.
it. You can color everything white.
Let's keep
Color.
going.
Press on.
very well. You mean rest for the night, right?
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Cool. So it is freezing cold. You pretty much have to make a fire in order to sleep here. And you need to find a good amount of shelter from the wind. Otherwise, the fire will go out. Your normal traveling sleeping bags are a little bit thinner than you would like up here. It's a little uncomfortable, but you can make it work if you huddle. Jacob.
Campcraft.
As Toadie. Yes, would you like to give me a survival check to see how well your campcraft goes for a good secluded den for the night? That is a nat fucking 20.
It's a nat 20.
You find a cave. Sure as shit, you find a cave.
I will bring the party into the cave.
Yes, the raging winds and the snow cut off as you lead them deeper into the cave. It goes back a good 50 feet and curves to the left. By the time you get to the end of it, it is no wind at all. You go and prepare to light a torch, but then you realize you can see. There are numerous luminescent mushrooms that seem to be growing in the cold, along with some light-emitting crystals that seem to be sprouting from the rock faces around the room. In fact, there's even a bubbling pool at the end of the chamber.
I'm jumping in the hot tub.
Ascites starts stripping, jumps into the hot tub.
And all of
It
his
is, in
flesh
fact.
immediately melts off of his body. That's an acidic.
Right, that'd be great. No, it is in fact a hot spring, and it's a reasonable temperature, although maybe a little bit warmer than you were expecting, making you feel like you scalded, you know, but then you get used to it, and it's like, okay, this is just really warm.
No possums allowed.
And I can't tell you how pleasing that would be to an adventurer to find a random fucking hot spring in a cave in the middle of the mountains in the middle of winter.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna
And,
stay here for the night.
How many days are we away from the castle, the fortress?
You are 3 days foot travel.
That's not too bad. We can maybe set something up here. Remote hot spring next to the Ironwood Fortress.
Indeed. Would any of the trackers in the group like to check around for
tracks?
I will.
Okay.
I'll let him have advantage.
There you go.
Gene.
Gene. You find that there are a number of scuffs on the inner stone by the pool, which indicate that sometime within the last few weeks, someone must have stopped in here. With that roll, you wouldn't be able to tell what it is. However, you can tell that this place has been visited within recent history. But in the meantime, there is a fresh source of water and warmth and light, and you feel confident that it is hidden enough for predators and such to look over your small group. I assume you post a watch?
Yes.
So with how much light there is in here, I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
I'll stay in the hot spring.
Very well. The watches go by without incident. The only sounds that come through the cave are the sound of the whistling wind. In the morning, you all awake feeling refreshed and even somewhat warm. The first one to reach the cave mouth and look out over the valley would notice a somewhat startling sight, though. There is smoke rising from the village of High Slate. High Shale, damn it. I fucked it up. High Shale.
Must have had a barbecue.
Yep. Speaking of, I assume you guys stop and make breakfast and whatnot in the cave.
Yes.
Mm-hmm, indeed.
Pigs.
It is going to be a cold day ahead of you. Right on. Let's go ahead and probably call it here tonight, fellas. I have a bunch of stuff that's about to pop off, and I'd rather just pick up the next game with it instead of pushing it for another hour and a half.
Now, are we heading toward High Shell or are we in High Shell?
You are heading toward. You are a day's travel away, meaning
okay.
about 8 hours of walking. But you have a visual on it from your vantage point of the mountain, and you can see that there is indeed a troubling amount of smoke coming from the small village. Anyway.
Okay.
Thank you all for coming. As always, I am ever so pleased with your presence. And thanks to all of my viewers, our viewers, for supporting us. All 2 of you. And I'll see you next time in the Beastlands.
Kalinita.
Why?
Let's see. What level are you guys at?
We've been level 4 or 5.
I'm level 6.
You're level 5, right?
6.
6? And you leveled up after the carnival, right?
No.
Oh, were we supposed to?
Well, no, I was just wondering if now was
Oh no,
appropriate.
we didn't.
No, we didn't level up or
Okay.
the null.
Well,
shouldn't Dirk
go ahead and level up.
I think Dirk should. Isn't
Well-
Dirk staying a level ahead of us because of the deck of many
Oh,
tricks?
That's right.
that's right.
Wait, aren't you also a level ahead of us?
Oh, I am. No, I am because of the gesture.
Oh no, you could have been a level ahead of us
Yeah,
if you.
I didn't
Yeah,
choose power.
okay, that's what it was. Mm-hmm.
Right, I did forget about that. I'm gonna go ahead and advance Dirk as well. I mean Dirtle as well. This time.
So
I think
so
maybe
Dirtle-
next time I might skip you.
Okay.
But for now, you're still more powerful in the party, technically.
So Dirtle's level 8. And
Well,
you're
I'm a level 6 rogue and a level 1 bard.
Ah, I see. So you're total level 8. Gotcha.
It's about to be, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone, feel free to level up your characters. You're doing a great job with roleplay, despite threatening each other and whatnot. That's normal.
These things happen.
What?
Shoot my horse.
I did a random roll, by the way. I rolled a d6. There were 6 horses, and I figured 1 through 6 would be the order of the Discord screens, on my screen. And I rolled a 1, which is the first one. And the first one it was your horse.
Interesting.
And then I did another random roll, and the second one. And oh, okay.
These things happen. Can't help it.
Yep. It happens. Your psychopathic tendencies tend to surface a little bit when you're not in church, sir.
That's true. Seems like we're beating a dead horse here.
Speaking of, you paid for the resurrection of the horse.
I did twice.
That's great. And then you left me out.
If you want to, well, no, I'm not going to say anything. I'll be quiet. I'll be nice for a change.
For a change.
If you want to know the real world stuff of what Ethan has done, that is very closely similar to what Dirtle does, we're not too far from fantasy and reality here, really.
Fucking horse. Fuck you. Run from me. Wow.
Well, no, he never killed a horse, but he did kill my lawnmower.
Oh, your poor lawnmower. The injustice.
Oh no.
I've got to tell it. I've got to tell it.
That's true.
He poured water in the gas tank to see if it would run on water.
Yep,
Oh, no.
As a 3rd grade experiment. Actually, it was more like 5th or 6th grade. But
That was
that day
so
I found
long
out,
ago.
Doesn't
Yeah.
mix.
That's one hell of a grudge to carry.
No kidding. When I was a little kid, I thought that my goldfish would like a sip of my milk, and I killed it that way. But I can't say that my mom ever held it against me as an adult.
Wow.
I can't believe you killed your poor goldfish. Mom,
Mom, that was
Every
20
time.
years ago.
every holiday, every time I come back home.
Well,
Yeah. Hey, just out of curiosity, not Dirk, are you upgrading your rogue? Or, I mean, your ranger or your bard?
Ranger.
Ranger? For sure.
I'm upgrading my monk.
Because I get defensive tactics. I think next time, even though it'll be 2 levels, level ups from now, the bard.
Yeah, for sure. I know why you did it, so you could maintain the pretense behind your podcast thing and whatnot, but
Yes,
it deserves love. You know what I mean?
it does. This
Hey,
must know
guys.
where this comes from.
I can now fly.
Oh yeah, the Flying Raccoon.
It says my 7th level swarm feature says I can condense part of my swarm into a focused mass that lifts you up. As a bonus action, you gain a flying speed of 10 feet and can hover. This effect lasts for 1 minute or until you're incapacitated. And I
Right
can
on.
use the feature the number of times of my proficiency bonus, and I can restore it after a long rest.
Well, righteous. You should just go ahead and add a resource box on your character sheet for it.
That will be done.
Awesome. Lesk, make sure to take care of your new spells. I know you're going to have to choose new ones.
I got Ice Storm and Control Water from my domain.
Right on. Let's see, what else? Ascites, I believe your sneak attack probably went up. That's good.
Yeah, and I now have evasion.
Oh, evasion's dope as shit. I've really been waiting for one of you guys to have that before I did certain things.
I've still got a dead horse.
I do too.
Well, they're not on your person right now, so, you can temporarily forget about them.
I know that.
But yeah, next session is going to be great. It's going to be full of stuff that I have prepared, that I literally thought up on the fly throughout this episode.
Hey, I could get Revive Beast.
Oh, hey, that's kind of cool. As in, bring back from the dead a beast?
Yes.
That's dope.
So wait, what if you were to use that on our undead horses?
You can only do it
Are
within the
you-
last minute that it dies.
Okay.
It's like the revivify of animals. But
yeah.
also, you cannot resurrect somebody through any spell if they are undead. You have to make them not undead first.
Correct.
Except for a wish, I think. I think a wish would probably get around that. But like anything else, you have to cure the undead first.
I mean, if you think about it, wishes are a very weird thing. They can do very complex things.
Yeah, and yet they're so limited in 5th edition, but honestly, it's really up to interpretation on my end. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to log off and then head home.
Yeah, man.
You guys enjoy your level up and power bonus, and we'll see you next week in the Beastlands. Follow us on all major social media, Discord, Twitch, and as always, thank you for joining us. We'll see you Monday at 4.